Bow Ties is a Little Lulu cartoon from 1945. This is, of course, a famous studios cartoon, and it's directed by Seymour Kneitel and Orestes Calpini. I apologise if I've mispronounced that. Written by Meyer and Joe Stultz, with a voice cast including Jackson Beck, Jack Mercer, Cecil and Arnold Stang. And I quite like this one. It's not too bad. It's not my favourite Little Lulu out of the ones that I've seen, but it works quite well. It's a little slow though. Lulu is meant to be going on a date with her boyfriend, a character called Fatso. Not the nicest name, but never mind. And she actually takes a basket. We see her skipping down the road with a basket with a label with Fatso's name on it, obviously a care package to make him feel better. And she passes the window of an ice cream parlour, I think, and she sees Fatso there on a date with another girl. And she confronts him in a pretty delightful scene. The way she took the apple, I thought, was very funny. That sounds like it's a euphemism for something, but it isn't. It's literally she took an apple and took a bite. And her facial expression was just fantastic. And then Fatso's facial expression, when he realised it was her, just as good. And Fatso tries to make it up to her. I won't say how, but he does try several things, basically begging her. And she tells him that he can carve her name in a tree. And then he does this and something happens. And Fatso experiences something. And I won't say what it is. I will in a moment. But that takes us to about halfway through the cartoon. And up until that point, not really a lot has happened. And then the second half is when things get quite interesting. But up until that point, I thought Little Lulu was a really interesting character. Really enjoyed her in this. As I said, she had some brilliant facial expressions. And I could really feel for her because I got the impression that she really cared about Fatso. We got this note at the beginning. He'd written her a note to say he was sick with spelling mistakes and things in it. And Lulu clearly cared, and she wanted to take this care basket to then see him on a date with another girl. It's going to hurt. So I think Little Lulu was definitely a character with whom it was easy to sympathise or to feel for. Fatso, not so much. But I really enjoyed it and I thought it worked really well. So I will now explain what happens in the second half. I won't go into a tremendous amount of detail, but this is, I guess, a spoiler for something that happens while Fatso is carving Lulu's name in the tree. He hits his head and he dreams or imagines when he's passed out what life would be like to be married to Little Lulu. And it's pretty funny and very creative and very well done. There is a giant stereotype at the end of the film, and I don't think it's that bad compared to some stereotypes we got in cartoons from the 1940s. It's not bad, but it's not great, where Lulu says something to the effect of, there must be another way to a man's heart, and then we see her stuffing food down Fatso's face, which is not the greatest stereotype, but nevertheless, it worked quite well for a way to end the cartoon, to kind of conclude things and wrap everything up. So it's not bad. As I said, it's not my favourite Little Lulu that I've seen, but I haven't seen too many yet. I still have many, many to go. But I'm really enjoying the character. I think she's a great character. And Bow Ties is definitely a pretty enjoyable cartoon.